Hello, and I'm going to show you how to make a fairly simple ping pong sort of game, which looks a bit like this. So you click to start, and then you just simply move the mouse, and when you hit the blocks will disappear. And then when you hit the yellow blocks, they turn to green. Then when you hit the green, didn't quite hit it. Then when you hit the green block, that turns to a yellow block, that turns blank. Then with the red, it just turns to yellow. Then when you hit the yellow, which was a red, it will turn to green. Then it will disappear. And then here we go. If we drop the ball for a sec, comes up with this. So so the first thing, the most simple bit, is our paddle. So we've got a when clicked, forever, set X to mouse X, and if on edge, bounce. Which the if on edge bounce stops it. So if I take that out, watch what will happen. It just goes off the side, that's all. And I prefer it if it doesn't really go off the side. So I just like that. Then we've got when clicked, go to, well, wherever you like it. If you like it here, wherever. But I like it to start about here. Then for a ball, is where we have a lot of scripting, and it's quite confusing. So here we've got when clicked, go to X 48Y minus 8, which is basically, here the paddle's about here. We've got pointing direction 180, which is basically down. We've got forever, wait 10 seconds. We've got when clicked, forever if touching the paddle, play sound pop, and point in direction 180, which is down basically, direction. We've got turn that way, pick random, minus 30 to 30, and move 5 steps. And the more the steps are, the quicker it is. Then when clicked, forever if touching that colour, broadcast, a new broadcast called You Lose. You lose a lot of broadcasts in this. So if you don't know what broadcasts are, you better go learn now, or I could help you here. So it's when this clicked, forever if on edge, bounce, move 7 steps. Then this is just a really long, really weird piece here. It's kind of weird. When clicked, go to front. When clicked, go to front. This go to front. Forever if touching that. Go point to mouse pointer. That's just sort of confusing there. Can't really explain that. Then we make this. Should make it show. This, which is you lose. And then for this we've got when clicked, forever, hide. Then we need when I receive, or you basically create a new broadcast and put when I receive, you lose, forever, go to front, show, then stop all, wrapped inside a forever block. Then you do our we need quite a lot of sprites. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the same size as the paddle. So if you just duplicate the paddle once, so duplicate the paddle, okay. If you duplicate this paddle and then put it as here and go to just edit, and there's the costumes. Now you need 3 for the reds. There you need a yellow and a green for all of the reds. And for the yellows you just need a yellow and a green. So for one of these, if you just get one, for these it's when clicked, show, and when clicked forever, if touching ball, broadcast something called 2G, a new broadcast, then switch to costume cloak 1 B1, which is basically cloak 1 B1, which is that one. Go when clicked, go to X9 Y 330, which is basically its position up along here. When I receive 2G, which is it's basically receiving it, sending this broadcast to itself forever, wait until touching ball, broadcast 2, and switch to costume. So it's just when it receives this one, it's also going to do a broadcast. You've got that. You've got when clicked, switch to costume cloak 1B, which is basically the first one. And then when I receive 2, forever, wait until touching ball, then hide. You duplicate them, call it Sprite 2, Sprite 3, Sprite 4, Sprite 5, and Sprite 6. Then where it says 2G and 2, swap that for, because this is Sprite 2, Sprite 3 when you duplicate it, will have the same things, but change this to one called, create a new one and call it 3. That will be when I receive 3, when I receive 3G, or whatever letter you want to call it, broadcast 3G, and then for Sprite 4, it would just be broadcast 4G, that's simple. And Sprite 8 needs basically the same thing, switch to costume. When click switch to costume, the yellow one, and go to then its position where you want it positioned. And when clicked forever, if touching ball, repeat 10 times, broadcast 8. Then when clicked forever, if touching ball, switch to costume cloak 1B. Then you want when clicked show when I receive 8 forever, wait until touching ball, hide. So then, because this is Sprite 8, you just call it broadcast 8. I find that easier. Duplicate them, and for the green ones, duplicate them all over each other, but instead of a broadcast 8, you call the Sprite 9 broadcast 9, broadcast 10, and then instead of when I receive 8, it'll be when I receive 9, when I receive 10. Sorry about my speaking. And then you've got when that clicked forever, if touching the ball, wait 0.2 seconds, then hide, or else it will just go straight through it, so you need a little pause. Then when clicked, go to its positioning, then show. You duplicate it, but oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, and then you just duplicate them, is also a problem with your duplicating. It'll just go to one set space. So what you need to do is, you need to, when you duplicate that one, so you've got these ones, you need to just change the positioning to where you want it. And then you just create the stage, which is basically white with a black at the end, and then that's basically done. And then you can just play it, for instance, like this. And hey, and then what you can try and do is add more levels, which I am doing right now, and you can also add lives. But yeah, I'm also planning to try and make it a bit more harder, because it simply can be quite easy. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you, and I'll do another tutorial soon.